Bioluminescence is described very broadly as a reaction that produces ecologically functional light occurring in a living organism. It can be found in various forms in a multitude of different organisms, such as fungi, fish like lanternfish and anglerfish, shrimp, insects, squid, and many others. It has evolved independently at least 40 times in the wild and can be found in more than 700 different genera, 80% of which are marine. On a very general level, how does this work inside the cell? The bioluminescent molecule is known as luciferin, and the enzyme that catalyzes the oxidation of luciferin is known as luciferase. The exact mechanism and molecules involved in the reaction are different for most of the species that luminesce. But this video will be addressing a particular subset of organisms, bioluminescent marine bacteria. Even within bioluminescent bacteria, there's a lot of diversity. There's the bacteria that live symbiotically within specialized organs of fish and squid, such as the flashlight fish and the bobtail squid. Bobtail squid use their light organ as a predator avoidance trick to negate their own shadow so that predators swimming below them won't be able to see them. The flashlight fish have light organs underneath their eyes filled with the bioluminescent bacteria, which they can cover and uncover at will, and use the flashlights to communicate their position to the rest of the school and to find prey in the dark. These light organs work through something called quorum sensing. Basically, all the bioluminescent bacteria are consistently producing a certain amount of an autoinducer molecule, which other bacteria around them can sense. So the more bacteria there are, the more autoinducer there is. If the bacteria are out in the open water, the autoinducer will be diluted by the water and drift away without triggering anything. But if the bacteria are trapped within a light organ inside of a squid or fish, the autoinducer molecules can build up until they surpass the threshold required to trigger the signal cascades within the bacteria to activate transcription of the bioluminescent components, and they glow. The fish or squid get their camouflage or prey detection, and the bacteria get a relatively safe, nutrient-rich place to live. There are also bioluminescent bacteria that grow in massive colonies on the sea, so big they can be seen from space, a phenomenon called a milky sea. These also function through quorum sensing, though the mechanism of how the autoinducer levels get high enough to trigger bioluminescence is not well understood. According to one hypothesis, it might be due to massive concurrent or previous phytoplankton blooms, providing a film for this bacteria to survive upon. By the way, I should probably clarify that the Milky Sea phenomenon is separate from those pictures you may have seen of red tides, those glowing blue waves along the coast. Those are caused by dinoflagellates, which are a phytoplankton species that respond to mechanical stimulation due to sheer stress, like breaking waves or predators with bioluminescence. This is a bacterial cell, and this is a dinoflagellate, a single-celled photosynthesizing eukaryote, which means dinoflagellates get their energy from the sun and have a nucleus to contain all their DNA, whereas the bacteria just kind of have their DNA floating around in their cell and rely on nutrients in their environment for survival. The light given off by dinoflagellates is less constant than bacterial luminescence, which allows them to be told apart from the bacteria from far, and it only appears when disturbed, unlike the constantly glowing patches on the sea created by the bioluminescent bacteria of the Milky Sea phenomena. There are also some bacteria that luminesce as a way to attract zooplankton, which eat them. The bacteria can survive the digestion of the zooplankton, however, and continue to glow through the zooplankton, which then attracts fish to eat those zooplankton, because fish like to eat things that glow. Once inside the fish guts, the bacteria survive that digestion too. We can tell because they keep glowing the whole way through the digestive system. Anyway, and the bacteria can then spread and survive in a nutrient-rich, sheltered environment within the fish. Plus, they now have an efficient means of dispersal. I am not drawing a fish defecating, but you get the idea. The fish swim around far and wide, and the bacteria get spread around with it in their feces. So as you can see, there are many different ways that bacteria use bioluminescence to survive in the ocean. And though we know a lot more now, there's still many more studies that we can do to learn more about them. Thank you for your time.